working on back paw targeting, something we do in agility classes. So those of you who come to agility classes will have seen, will have done this exercise. And it's a good exercise for, can we lie down? It's a good exercise for rear end awareness, and just understanding what their back legs are doing. And what we're looking for with back paw targeting is they're actually searching for the object with their back feet, not really thinking so much with their front end. Can take a bit of time to start with. I've done quite a lot with her, so you'll see that she's sort of quite advanced with it now. But I'm going to try and show you how you would start and how you'd break it down. So essentially we're looking for them to walk backwards and target something behind with their feet. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of where she's at, and then I'll show you how you can start it. Now we're using just a lid from it's like a box from the range, like a storage box. It's quite nice and sturdy, and it's got a bit of a soft, sort of squishy surface, so it's quite easy for her to understand that her back legs are on here. So that's what we're going to do to start with. Right, just need to get you out of the way though, because you're kind of in the way, aren't you? No one can see. No one can see. So to start with, generally, well, I'll see if she can do it, I would lure them over. But you can see that because she's done it a few times, she can easily find the object. I'm just going to move it back a little bit so that I've got a bit more room. So she'll often, thank you for going into the treats. Basically, she can find it now, right? So she can see that if I bring her forward, she's looking for the object with her back feet. So hopefully you can see that quite clearly. So I'm just going to do it again. Good. I'm using the clicker to mark when she's in the position I want her to be in. Good girl. I'm just going to move her forward again. Good girl, nice. Oh, she's off. You kind of want to make sure, I couldn't quite see there, you want to make sure that when you're rewarding them, they are in the position you want them to be in. So this position she's in is what we call the 2-on-2 off position. And that's really important for agility for the contact equipment. So things like the seesaw, the A-frame, or the dog walk. Okay. So every now and then I'll release her off and see if she can work out where her back legs are. So I have done a lot of work on this and I've shaped it. So I've got her to really think about the exercise. Okay. There you nutter. So that she is really searching with her back legs. You can see how she's not even thinking about her front end so much. She's finding it with her back feet. Good girl. Okay. I'll just bring her off again. Yeah. You see, she's so got quite a lot of history of reinforcement for being in that position that she almost doesn't want to come off. She'll immediately go back on. Yeah, good girl. She did, for a while, when I first started this, she did have a tendency to sit onto the block at the back, but I don't want her to do that. I want her to be in a stand position. Okay, so I'm going to release her off, see if she can find her way back onto the board with her back feet. Good girl, very nice. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so what I'll also like to do is release her off in different directions to see whether she can find that board. Came off, good girl. So I might release her over that way this time. See if she can find her way back. Yeah, good girl. You're so clever. You're so clever. So I'm just going to release her off. Okay, and then I'm going to go find it. It's over there. Went to the camera. I'm just going to show you how you would start this process. I might just try and remove the treats because she just have a habit of mugging the treats. Did you find it? No? Can you sit then? Can you sit? Good girl. So what we're going to do to start with is we're going to lure the dogs over. Let's start front paw targeting. We're going to lure our dogs over into that position to start with and really heavily reinforce that position and then release them off. And then lure them back over again, heavily reinforce the position and then release them off. So we're not going to expect backing up onto it just yet. Okay, so this is where you want to start with your dogs. I'm just going to get a few treats in my hand rather than in the pot. And because she knows this exercise really well, as soon as I put the board down, she's probably going to go and target it. So I just want to show you what I would do. So you're going to lure them around into that position, over, yeah. Mark when they're in that position, heavily reinforce. Gosh, we're very hungry today. Okay, and then release them off. Some more food. They're very shiny in there, Ruby. Lure them over until those back legs are on. Good. Going to click when she's in position, reinforce, and release. Okay. Good girl. I know, you're so shiny in that video. Look how shiny you are. So again, just one more time to show you. You're going to lure them round with food until their back paws are on. Good. Mark, and then make sure you reinforce that position. You can put the food on the floor if that's easier. Might be with you because you're mugging me. Good. And over time you want to just see if they can hold that position a little bit before you release them. Not sitting down, we don't want to sit. Okay. Good. Okay. Let's move that out of the way. Can you sit, please? Sit down. No, whatever, something. See that, because I've done quite a lot of shaping with her now. And you'll find this with your dogs if you do a bit of shaping, is that they start offering loads of different behaviours for you. So now she's cue searching me at the moment. She's like, well, what do we do next? Down. Thank you. Good girl. So that's how I would start it, just by luring them over until those back feet are on and the front feet are off. Make sure you release them from the position. And each time you do it, just delay your release cue so they can hold the position a little bit longer. The next step is once they're in the position, you're going to ask them to come off forward by putting a treat sort of in between your legs, whether you're sitting or standing. I'm going to do it sitting down. And then you're going to see whether they can back up a little bit. Can they think about it? So this is where I start with her. Even if it's just a tiny little backward movement of the foot, you can mark and reward that, even if they don't quite make it onto the object. So we'll have to see what that looks like, shall we? Shall we? I know. So again, to start with, you're going to lure them. So you're going to lure them onto the object. Oh, goodness me. Let's just show everybody, shall we? Lure them around so they're in the position. So you mark and reward that. Then you get a treat and you put it down in between your legs so they come off. Right? All the way off, Ruby. So they come off, and then as they back up, you mark and reward. Now, obviously she does know this, so it's quite difficult to. So I'm going to get her off, and then even a little tiny backward motion, you're going to mark and reward. Okay, even if it's just one paw backwards. Off. Good. So you're just looking for them to find that board or that object behind them. Okay. Who's that? It's in there. Can we go back? Good. Cool. Good girl. So that's how I would teach back paw targeting. Okay. And then the other thing you can start doing once you've got your dogs down, dog's got the idea of it down, is you can just start proofing it with lots of different things. So that's where I'm going to be going with her, because I've done a lot of work with that lid. Now I want to see whether she can transfer it to maybe the bottom of the A-frame or the bottom of one of the planks off the dog walk, something like that. Nice brow, Ruby, lovely. But so yeah, have a little go at that. Let me know how you get on, and yeah, post some videos. See you soon.